Olympus Has Fallen. I recently watched that movie, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the next product which I'm going to show you, the Olympus camera. I'm really looking forward to it. It's the XZ-10. Hold on, just snapping a picture. Okay, sorry, just playing around with one of the latest offerings here from Olympus. And one thing which I've noticed about this, in case you're wondering, the model is the XZ-10, is how they've never really pushed the stylus brand itself, but it's heavily apparent here. For example, at the back here, stylus, very stylo-milo. At the top here as well, stylus. And you know what? This is a very stylish little device. I am very happy to hold this in my hands. There's nothing overly complex about this. It's got simplicity written all around it. If I just show you the back, see how many buttons and dials and controls you have? Not much. I mean, even on the top, it's very, very classy looking, I guess you could say. And one thing I do like is having the control ring around here. Very nifty touch. Let me explain to you why. Now the reason I really like this lens ring is because I've played with the X2, which allows you to manually focus and also have the click-in features. And that's apparent here as well, but there's not as much as you can do with the X2. Obviously, you can't really manually focus with it, but you do get the click-in options, and just the sheer size of it is absolutely perfect for my fingers. It's not too small, it's not too big, it doesn't really get in the way, and allows me to quickly make changes, like my aperture, for example, just by switching around like that. Very, very cool. Now, as for the rest of this, as you can see right there, as is normal, zoom in, zoom out, there's a toggle right there. We're talking 26 to 130 mm. It's not quite good enough for me in terms of having a nice wide angle shot. That's about, you know, a good 24 mm. Sadly, doesn't have that, but still great nonetheless. Also, one thing I should add about it, there is no image stabilization on this little bad boy right here, which is a little bit of a letdown for me. I wish it did have that, but I guess, you know, you can't really have everything within this sleek industrial design. Overall though, pretty cool. What else is there here though? Also, one thing I should add is the aperture is pretty impressive. It's 1.8 to 2.7, so obviously with options like that, you can take nice pictures of the background, nicely blurred. Sorry, I'm a big sucker for those kind of shots. So obviously, very, very impressive for such a little small package right here. Now, let's flip it around to the other side and take a look at the back. As you can see right there, this is a touch screen, so freedom is yours. If you want to snap your picture, can't focus because it's in my hand there. If you want to take a picture by tapping the touch screen, by all means. Saying that though, I said there's no image stabilization. So if you're taking it with one hand like such and touching, it tends to get a little bit blurry. So I really do wish they had that stabilization feature on it, because it could make a world of difference if you're going to play around with the touchscreen. Obviously, all your options, etc., can also be accessed through there, and you can play around. The screen itself, very, very cool, pretty receptive, capacitive touchscreen, and I'm very impressed with what I can play around with it. If you're not really one for manual settings and stuff, it's got 35-point autofocus system. I like going for the center one and focusing everything like that. That does actually work pretty well. I'm very, very chuffed. It's 12.1 megapixels, which I'm fine with. I've always maintained on the show that it's not about how many megapixels you have, because you're not really printing a big billboard. If you are, well, then good luck to you. This probably won't suit you, but I think for the vast majority of people out there, 12.1 megapixels will do you just fine. Lack of image stabilization was a bit of a letdown on this device, especially if you want to hold it with one hand and snap away, like a point and shoot really should be held. So a bit of the picture's blurry, it's just not quite there, not exactly what I want. Most of the pictures I did take were pretty nifty, a bit muted in some areas. The sensor is so-so, the battery life, you're talking 200 to 300 shots per charge, so it's not that great. This is a decent camera, not outstanding, but not poor either. One thing it does have is it looks very stylish. The curved edges, the nice finishing, it just feels nice and classy to hold. If Frank Sinatra was a camera, he would be this in terms of style at least, not in terms of performance. Worth checking out though. Na, 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 na. Oh, sorry. Let me just turn this down. I have here the Logitech Ultimate Ears Boombox, and it certainly is very old school-esque. If I could show you the box, I would, but it's got a picture of a guy walking around carrying it like this. Very, very nifty. That's surprising, the amount of quality sound that comes out of this. It is really, really cool. You can connect 3 devices, and you know what? It's also got the auxiliary here as well. So if you want to go really old school, you plug it in and play just like that. Now it's got 2 0.5-inch tweeters as well to give it that extra little bit of clarity. And the weight itself is about 1.98 kg. So it's not too hefty when you're walking around. It's also got 2 3-inch woofers here to give it that extra kick. And if you're wondering about the battery life, you're talking 6 hours, and of course it's rechargeable, so plug it in and it's done just like that. I'm liking it, I'm liking the design. It looks very cool, very sleek, very minimalist. I mean, take a look. That is the volume button on the side right there. It's very, very prominent and very, very easy to use. And then on the other side, you can see the buttons there. Whoops, I'm activating my music. So that's it. Very minimalist, very cool, very sleek design. That would be the best way to describe it. Sleek. Yeah. Oh wait, are you talking to me? Sorry, I can't actually hear anything. These are another product from Logitech, like you saw just there. These are the Ultimate Ears 9000, and they're really, really cool. The reason I couldn't really hear you is simply because they are noise cancelling. Yes, they are battery powered, rechargeable battery, which sometimes I'm not a big fan of. Like if you're on a long flight, you don't want your headphones to die on you as you're sitting in the plane, but a 10-hour charge on this and you're good to go basically for 10 hours. The charge doesn't take 10 hours, don't worry. But I have to say, very comfortable, very nice to use. They've got these plush foam headphones here right there, and when they fit onto your ear, they're very comfortable. Now I'm gonna take it off because I can't hear myself. And it remembers how your ears are. It's a memory foam, and I have to say I'm a big fan of it. I mean, even having this here, it really fits your ears perfectly how you want it. Quality is very nice as well, I have to say. Once you try them on, very, very nifty. And also, it's designed for smartphones, etc. So it allows you to pick up your calls. It's got intuitively placed buttons on it. For example, you can see right there, we have all the buttons, so plus, minus, and for you to pick up your calls right there. That's about it, really. There's an off button at the top, as you can see there. And that's really all there is to this. Just sync it up via Bluetooth to your device, and you are good to go for 10 hours on a charge with these bad boys right here. So excuse me, I'm gonna get back to my tune.